Well, hello there, and welcome to Amore with Allie. This once-a-week 30-minute show covers love and romance topics with a metaphysical twist. In case you don't know who I am, I'm a certified sex coach, a relationship intuitive, who's the creator of Out-of-Body Ecstasy. It's a personal energy method using dreams, astral travel, or telepathy to enhance your romantic life, no matter if you're in a relationship or if you're flying solo. Now, besides this show, I also host a love and relationship show called the Theiss Show on Tuesday and Thursday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern on Blog Talk Radio. And I've also got the Passion Zone on Sundays from 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time still on Blog Talk Radio. To find out more about yours truly and what I do, you can visit my website at allietheiss.com, or you can be one of my friends on Facebook, Allie Theiss Friends. Okay? So, how you doing? I wasn't around last week. Thanksgiving, it got hectic. My kid was off school for, well, he says 5 glorious days. I'm not quite sure how glorious they were. For me, I love spending time with the kid, but he is exuberant, which I'm thankful for, but he's over the top exuberant. He's very excited about life and what he does. And, it's great, but he just makes a lot of noise. And because he makes a lot of noise, I can't get a lot of work done when he's home. So, hence why there was no Amore with Allie last week. So for those of you in the States, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving last Thursday. And for everybody else, I hope you had a fantastic Happy Gratitude Day. Now, the last time we spoke, or I spoke, you listened, I gave you an affirmation that said, I am prosperous, abundant, and creative soul. So I hope you said that a few dozen times over the last 2 weeks. I'm a prosperous, abundant, and creative soul. Now, in case you didn't listen to that affirmation the last time, you can go back to the archives and take a gander. Every show, I do an affirmation at the very end. Of course, everyone's new. At the start of each show, I repeat the affirmation from the previous week. So, there you go. Let's see. I'm trying to think what's going on. I have notes written down. I got a new computer. Yay! This means it won't take me 8 hours, kid you not, to upload this video to the website. 8 hours it used to take me. God. I know there's something I want to say, I just don't remember what it is. Joshua and Selena's Atlantis 2012-2013 insight reading, I did post it on Facebook. I posted it, so then it went to Twitter. And if you're part of my newsletter, I have a newsletter that goes out. It's also, I sent an announcement out to everybody on that list. This is, Joshua and Selena have been around since the dawn of time, since I guess time started mattering. And they put together an insightful reading for everybody to help them take the enormous energy that's going to come our way on December 21st, take that energy and move all the way through 2013 with that same energy, and to make us more prosperous and attract love and whatnot. So visit Facebook, Twitter, or be on my newsletter to see that special. Quote of the week. I did do one, thank God. It was by George Moore, and he once said, "Other men said they have seen angels, but I have seen thee, and thou art enough." Wouldn't that be nice if someone said that to you? I think, well, maybe not quite that way with the art thou enough, but around that. That's romantic. I like that quote. So, quote of the week, George Moore. Now, our first question here, viewer's question, is from KMZ and AWG. I don't have my glasses on, obviously, so I squint. One of these days I'm going to wear them when I do this show, and then you can see how goofy I look with them on. But the question that was sent in, I'll get to it in a second. If you want to send in your question, please do. Send me an email to amore@agelessknowledge.com. All I need is your initials, the person's initials who's involved in it, and if there is somebody, and just whisk it off to me. You don't get on a newsletter list of mine. I send you nothing. You send me an email to that, and it just stays there. I have been part of things where you send somebody an email for a free question, such as this, and all of a sudden you get put onto their newsletter, and they never leave you alone. You even try to unsubscribe, and they never leave you alone. So that's a pet peeve of mine. I hate it. So I would never do that to you. In order to get an email from me, you have to be part of my newsletter, and if you want to be part of my newsletter, you have to do that all on your own. So, the viewer's question, send it in, and you also get put into the hopper. I draw a free reading once a month, and I should have drew one today, because this is the end of the month, and I didn't, so I'll draw November's reading next Thursday, which is what, the 5th, December 5th? Okay, sounds like a plan. So the question for today, the initials again are KMZ and AWG, and they want to know, what's the deal? Well, the deal is you two have a very long, we're talking centuries long past life connection, and you two have been enemies more than you've been friends or lovers, and in this lifetime it just isn't supposed to be. It just isn't supposed to be much of anything. You two are supposed to acknowledge one another and basically exchange energy that way and then move on. Anything trying to accumulate from that point in time, otherwise known as more than just communicating every once in a great while, it's not going to work. You two are going to butt heads considerably. Miscommunication. When I see the energy, I see this big red ball with spikes. So it doesn't look like the sun with nice rays. It's pointy spikes. Not actually the best type of energy to have in a relationship. So I would just acknowledge the fact that they exist and that you two have been together for a very long time, spiritually, soulfully, and let this one go in this life, because if you don't, this will continue to just drive you insane. And one of the big reasons why it's been difficult to let go and move forward is because of these centuries upon centuries upon centuries of past life connection you two have together. So it's up to you what you want to do, but my 2 cents is that you acknowledge the bond, say, cool, glad it's there, I'll see you in the next lifetime, and then back away. Okay? Okay. So thank you very much for sending in your question. Now remember, if you too want to send your question to me, and why not, it's free, and free is good, right? Send me an email to amore@agelessknowledge.com. All right? Okay. Moving on to the topic of the week. I want to talk about soulmates. Doing what I do, I get a lot of questions about soulmates. Oh, so many. And I have done extensive research on my own, starting with Bill and Ted. If you've ever read my blog, go way back to the beginning of the blog, which I think is back. I transferred in another blog into my current website, so I think the old blog started in 2005, maybe 2006. So this blog, the first entries should be back in 2005. Bill and Ted. But yeah, that's where I started with the soulmate journey, and I've been helping people with soulmates and twin flames ever since then. Now there is a difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. I'm going to talk about twin flames in more detail next Thursday or Friday, whatever day this is. Next week, twin flames. Today, soulmates are those souls that you have a very strong and eternal bond with. You all were formed, I guess for lack of a better way to put it, about the same time. Soulmates can be a twin flame, and twin flames are soulmates, but not all soulmates are twin flames. I think I said that right. I know it gets confusing, but a soulmate, when they show up in your life, is there to teach you or help teach you in a very difficult or large lesson, or to help you uncover something that's huge to your life, that's buried in there in your soul. They're there to help you do something big. Soulmates are big. Big, and they're not always easy. Having a soulmate relationship does not always go nice and smooth. It just doesn't. Soulmates sometimes can turn into lovers, into relationships. They can also be just friends. Soulmates can be your #1 enemy in this life. They can be siblings, they can be parents, they can be someone who is still on the other side, who decided to be a guide in this lifetime, and they can be pets. pets, believe it or not, can teach you a lot, as I have 9 of them. 8, sorry. 8 now, if we count minus Samantha. And they've taught me a lot in the years that I've had them. One of the biggest things a pet can teach you, and one of the things of just animals, is unconditional love. And with soulmates, even in this lifetime, if they are your #1 enemy, if you cut through all the layers of crap as humans that we have on top of us, and you get to the core of who you are and who your soul is, there is an enormous amount of unconditional love for your soulmate, a soulmate who happens to be your #1 enemy in this lifetime. But animals, I mean, if you've ever been a pet lover or pet owner, you know they're unconditional love. They love you no matter what. They love you if you come home smelling like you have been working in a sewer. They love you when you come home dressed in a ball gown. They love you if you've been gone 5 minutes or, 5 days. They love you, love you, love you, no matter how many times you yell at them, no matter how many times, I don't know, they get disciplined for something, they always come back for more love. That is complete and pure unconditional love, period, in animals. But animals can be a soulmate. They can also be an animal guide, which is, again, another topic for a different time. So, with a soulmate, how do you know you ran into one? No matter if it's a friend or family member or potential, a romantic partner, a friendship, whatever. How do you know when you've come in contact with them? Even with an enemy, you meet them and you feel at home. You feel comfortable. You feel settled. At the same time, feeling all that, they rev you up. They make you want to do more, be more than who you think you could ever be. So, I mean, it has a double purpose. It makes you feel calm and cool and collective, but it also ramps you up. Soulmates, they're wondrous. We all have plenty of soulmates. Not like hundreds of thousands, mind you, but we have what's called a soul cluster, each of us. And in this soul cluster are our soulmates and our twin flame. And the soul cluster is comprised of usually 4 to 6 souls. Now these 4 to 6 souls, these are the ones that you were buds with till nothing exists ever again. Okay, no matter what lifetime, no matter what you do, the bond is so strong that even as an enemy, there's still something there if you cut through the layers and look at it. Okay, that's the soul cluster. Now with the soul cluster, you take a bunch of clusters and you put them into a soul family. So it's like, like a regular family, human family. I have myself and my son. We take our little cluster and we put it with my sister, and then my other sister and her husband and their 2 kids, and put my mother. Those are all the different clusters all together in one family. And then that family unit is part of a bigger group. So the soul family unit is part of a larger soul group. Okay? So what this wraps out to be, remember, twin flames I'm talking about next week. But you have you, then you have twin flame / soulmate, the one and the same here. Then from there, you have a couple more soulmates, so you're in your cluster. And then once you have your little cluster here, then you group it in with some more clusters to be a family. And then you have that family and you put it into a huge ass soul group. Okay? And then there are different soul groups. Some get along, some do not. But yeah. So one of the biggest soul groups, the two biggest soul groups, you have a soul group from Atlantis and a soul group from Amore. They are one big, how do I want to say, they're complementary soul groups. So they're like buds, friends. And then you have, on the other flip side, because everything's balanced, On the flip side, you have 2 other soul groups, which I'm not exactly positive the names of those yet, but that's something I'm working on. That are the opposite of the Atlantis and the Lemurian soul groups. Okay? Anyways, so that's it. Soulmate, soul cluster, soul family, soul group. There you go. And if you ever want to read more about this, I mean, besides my website, you can also read Michael Newton, Newton. He has written quite a few books, 2 books, well, not quite a few. There's 2 books that I have. He writes Lives in Between Lives. And in one of the books especially, and I can't remember if it's the first one or the second one he wrote, there's a good extensive section on soulmates, and it's really interesting. So you might want to check that out. So there you go, soulmates, topic of the week. Now the next viewer's question is from TR, and they're right. What does it mean when your boyfriend says he needs to find himself, but that he is not breaking up with you? TR, when anybody says they need to go find themselves, but they're not breaking up with you, what they're doing is they're going out on you, looking at what's out there, sampling possibilities. And if none of those samples work out, then he's coming back. You're the safe harbor. So when anyone, guys, girls, when your partner says, you know, I just need to find out who I am, but I don't want to break up with you, it's not you, it's me, run for flipping hills, and don't believe a word of them. When people want to explore what's out there without giving up their anchor, in case what's out there doesn't work out, that's what they always say, I need to go find myself. Now, there are exceptions to everything. Every once in a great while, there is somebody who needs to go find themselves because they get lost in family, career, whatnot, and forget who they are. That's different, but that's a rare occurrence. Most of the time, they're telling you that I need to look around at what's out there as I'm finding myself to find out what I like and who I might love. And when I decide, then I'll come back and tell you if I still want you or not. So TR, run for the hills. Run, don't look back, move forward. Okay? Good luck. And thank you very much for sending in your question. Now guys, of course, if you want to send in your questions, send me an email to amore@agelessknowledge.com. All I need is your initials, their initials if you want to send them to me, and the question. You get to answer the question. I answer the question for you for free here on the show, and then your name gets put into the hopper to get a free reading. A longer reading than, a minute for me. So it's good. Free is good. So why not do it? All right? Okay. Moving forward. The magical item of the week. I love working with candles. I've been working with magic for as long as I can possibly remember. Manipulating the energy, attracting things to me, making things go away that I don't want any part of anymore. It's always worked. And when you work with magic, the objects you use in magic are to help you focus your intent, to help you shift the direction of whatever it is you're trying to do. Candles, when you are shifting directions, shifting the magical energy to what you want, certain colors help you focus on certain things. Okay? Red is fantastic for strength, health, sexual love, and passion. Pink is that soulful, romantic love and friends. Blue, health, protection from your guides, not protection from your guides as in the blue protects you from your guides. It helps your guides protect you, the blue. And tranquility, serenity, peace. Green is prosperity, abundance, wealth, luck, and fertility. Gold or yellow is attraction, persuasion, charm, confidence, and communication. Purple, psychic gifts, intuition, power, and ambition. Orange, that's all about sexual energy, creativity, encouragement, stimulation, and attraction. Silver gray is cancellation, stalemate, and being neutral. Brown, hesitation, and uncertainty. And last but certainly not least, black. That's negativity and unwanted energy. So say you wanted to add more passion to your love life. You could put a pink candle in the middle and then maybe 2 red candles on the side. So you would have the love, your relationship here in the middle, and then the 2 candles on the side to help you strengthen the passion and health of your relationship. Make sense? Makes sense. So, that's the magical item of the week. Now, next week, why did I write that down? I announced it. I put down topics for next week, but I have 2 main topics and no magical item. How did I do that? Oh, God knows. So next week we'll talk about twin flames, as I said. And for the magical item of the week, I'm looking around because I can't use this. I don't know. What do you think? I got so much stuff in this office. It's kind of hard for me to pull something. Oak moss. There we go. Oak moss. I love that stuff. It smells great. So oak moss will be the magical item of the week next week, along with twin flames. Now, don't forget the Joshua Selena Insight reading is on Facebook and on Twitter. Plus, I sent the newsletter out. It's the one and only time I'm going to announce it. All the readings have to be done by December 20th. I can only do one a day because they take a very long time to do. But check out Facebook, Twitter, or the newsletter for more information. Now, the affirmation to round out today's show. You ready? Okay. I am an open and accepting vessel for unseen opportunities, people, and possibilities that are for my highest good. Okay, I'll say it again. I am an open and accepting vessel for unseen opportunities, people, and possibilities that are for my highest good. So many times, us as humans, we have tunnel vision. We cannot see, obviously, what the universe can see. They have a much broader scope than we do. And we get focused in on stuff. We have to have this. We have to have that. And when we are so focused in on a certain area, it doesn't allow the other areas that are unseen to come in and help us, even though they're there by the wings. Just saying, hey, let me in. So this affirmation, say it a couple times a day. I am an open, accepting vessel for unseen opportunities, people, and possibilities that are for my highest good. Okay? A few times a day, every day until next Thursday, and you'll help shift your energy to bring that to you. Make sense? Yes. So until next week, thank you for stopping by and listening to Amore with Allie. I appreciate you. So until next time, keep loving, keep living, and of course, keep laughing. Take care of yourself.